Hello and welcome. My name is Jeffrey Kirk. I was asked to talk about relationships in BNI. For this to make sense, I want to broaden into a more general topic and then bring it back around. And I don't want to ramble on with some generic blah 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 you might find in a business or self-help kind of book. So you're going to get my perspective today based on personal experience. So let's get started. Who would agree that relationships are important in business? Have you heard of VCP in the business relationship development process? I'll explain VCP in a minute, but first, a background story. Because of the pandemic, I learned a valuable lesson about relationships. A lot of people think I was lucky to have a digital marketing business, and yeah, there were some benefits, like my main office is in my house, so I didn't have to shut down. And I already knew how to use Zoom. But the truth is, my clients had problems. And as their businesses suffered, some cut marketing. That means I lost some of my most valuable clients, and my revenue dropped about 50%. So I asked myself the question, how do I prevent this from happening again? I thought that if I take my business completely online, I would have a stronger business. If I have clients everywhere and they get good results and the cost is reasonable, then my position is better. Seems logical to me. Anyway, I put together a great training webinar to help businesses understand what they need to do to show up in the best part of the search results, the part with a map. And I show them how to beat their competition so they get the call when a searcher is looking. I started advertising the webinar, and I started publishing a YouTube video every week on some aspect of digital marketing. By late 2022, the YouTube videos and the webinar were taking a lot of my time. They're good for long-term business growth, so I continue with them, but they're not helping my business recover fast enough. And so I asked another question. What's the difference between the clients who stayed with me during the pandemic, the clients who came back as soon as they could, and the clients who are just gone? And I realized a major factor was the closeness of the relationships. And this brings me back around to VCP, which stands for visibility, credibility, and profitability. You must be visible so that people know who you are and what you do. This creates recognition and awareness. In my case, it's what my ads and YouTube videos were doing, along with search engine optimization. Without visibility, you cannot move on to credibility. In other words, without visibility, credibility doesn't matter. Credibility is the phase where people know who you are, what you do, and that you're good at it. You meet or exceed expectations and fulfill promises. You can be counted on. And that leads to profitability. Profitability happens when both parties receive benefit. And this happens the most in strong relationships that build over time. Of course, to get to profitability, true credibility must be earned. But the process is shortened when someone else can vouch for you based on their experience. This is called social proof. Now here's a truth about VCP. Whether your business is online or offline, the rules are the same. Yet for some reason, most businesses get it wrong online. They put up a website because they want to appear credible. See the problem there? And then they wonder why no one finds them in a search. And that's because they skipped visibility. If you want your website, your business, to show in the search results, it must be built first for visibility, not credibility. The first thing I have to do for most of my clients is make them visible. Because if your website is invisible, you never get a chance to be credible, and you certainly cannot be profitable. And I know that from working online, which brings me to the real aha moment. If I know I need to build relationships offline, and I know visibility comes first, how can I get that? The answer may be simple, but it's not easy. I need to meet more people in the real world. I need to find people I can help and people who can help me. I need relationships. I need to create offline visibility. I need to demonstrate credibility, and then those relationships will once again bring in revenue and profitability. But who thinks meeting someone once or twice creates visibility? It doesn't. Out of sight, out of mind. How many business cards have you given away that do no good? How many have you collected? So early this year, I looked for a way to network, face-to-face, not online, outside my comfort zone, in a way that would be really visible. And I found a local BNI group. If you're not familiar with BNI, it stands for Business Network International, and it's the largest referral networking organization in the world. We meet weekly, which means we are visible and stay visible to each other. We get to know each other and build credibility, and then we refer business to each other to increase each other's profitability. So that's what we're all about in this group. We develop our relationships and connect each other to people we know outside our meeting room. Doing this makes all of our businesses stronger. So I'm glad you're here today. Maybe this is your first step toward building some new business relationships. If you're in the Waukesha or Milwaukee, Wisconsin area and would like to meet our group, I would be happy to invite you. You can find the visitor registration link in the description box below. If our meeting location, right off I-94, is not convenient for you, you can search for a BNI group in your area. There are chapters all over the world. Thanks for watching and have a great day.